Hello, hello. This is Lindsay Baldessano from Super Secret Powers Coaching, and I am going to do a weekly reading and give you a little bit of guidance for the week ahead. Now, let me take a couple minutes while we're all waiting here for this to go out live to the rest of Facebook land. I love Facebook land. And see if I can grab the link. There we go. There's the link. Haven't been live really a lot since they changed this up, so I'm a little like, I wonder how to find this. There's that. Now I do want you to know that I will be doing some live card polls for you, my lovely audience, and I'm going to be using the Enchanted Map deck. If you stay to the end, you can have a card pulled. Just let me know in the comments if you want a card. But we're going to do that after I do the general reading. Now, just because this should be popping up soonish, I don't see anybody on now, but it should be popping up soonish, so I'll rehash. I am Lindsay from Super Secret Powers, and I am going to give a weekly reading for sensitives and intuitives this week, because the more we are aware of what's going on in the world around us and the cosmos around us, the deeper we can come to an understanding of who we are and what's authentic to us versus what's going on in the collective and what's going on in the cosmos. Yes, it's part of us, and what it brings up for us is personal, but it does go in themes and motifs as we go throughout the year, and as our planets shift and transit, and as we eclipse, and so on and so forth. So it's at least good to have one ear listening to the rest of the cosmos, so we do know what's going on and what could come up for us. Now, I love helping empaths and intuitives and spiritually gifted women, goddesses, master their relationship to soul self, to their gifts, and to their dreams. Because once you get to that level of personal development, of soul self-development, you're gonna get past getting derailed, and you're gonna stay inspired, you're gonna stay in action and in presence, and you're gonna know how to start intuitively planning to manifest all those amazing things you do want to manifest in the world. So, there's food for thought. All right, so I already did the draw for the week, and we're going to start off today with the Five of Pentacles. This card deck is a little bit different. This is just one I picked up at Barnes & Noble, one of those little mini decks that they have up by the cash register. I don't really know the name of it. But Five of Pentacles for this week, and especially coming off of June, where us moving into Cancer and all that emotional stuff and all that like deep kind of home and family foundation stuff was really coming up for people, and it's got people like blah, like maybe not what's next, but it certainly has people feeling like I am so tired, I am so out of it, and I am so very perhaps ill. I mean, I was even ill. I had a cough for 2 weeks now, and even today I had my very special girlfriends, Andrea and Melinda, supposed to come up so we can do a little bit of moony witchy work. And one has a headache and the other isn't feeling well as well. It's where we are. My stepson just came home and he's just like, I am so tired. And I'm like, it's where we are. And we got to not get into the energy of desperation. And I think that's what Five of Pentacles is really telling us today. We've done a lot of growing. We've expanded past our four walls, our four walls of our foundation. We've taken a look at that. We've had things shaken up a little bit, and we've been able to perhaps expand a little bit on it over this past month. And now it's time to kind of reevaluate before we move on to that 6. But the thing is not to get into the energy of that desperation, of that want, of that, why isn't everything the way I want it to be right now? All those feelings are because we have seeds of change and seeds of, let's say, destiny within us. And they're archetypes, but we see it so clearly and we feel it so deeply that we can get derailed very fast if we believe it's going to happen in this amount of time, whatever time frame we put to it. So take a step back, celebrate that you've got new vision, that you've got new action coming through, and let's stay out of the, oh my God, why hasn't it worked yet energy. Now, from the Enchanted Map deck this week, we have also drawn the Compass. And we have, from the Messenger Oracle deck, we have drawn Surrender to the Flow. I don't think I can get those words to focus, but it's a very lovely card. There we go. And we don't have glare, too. So if you're popping on, I do want you to know, before I go into the interpretation of the 2 cards here, that I will be doing personal and free card pulls at the end of this video. So if you want to stay to the end, you can have a card drawn just for you. Now, the Compass and Surrender to the Flow. I'm reading these together because in the midst of trying to get things to work, the 5 of Pentacles, in the midst of trying to evaluate how to get from here to there, that next phase, and wondering why that next phase hasn't happened, there comes a point where we do have to look at our direction and make sure we're going where we think we're going, and also about the flow around where we're going. Now, a lot of people have this idea that divine timing and divine flow means like you don't do anything. Like you sit there and you wait for divine intervention to come and smack you on the head. And that's not what this is about. Once you have direction, once you find where that flow is going, even if it's going to a place you didn't think you wanted to go, or you weren't sure it was going to take you where you wanted to go, the flow is going. And you can't deny that. And that's why you have to surrender to the flow. It doesn't mean waiting for the flow to flow the way you want it to. It means seeing the flow, seeing the opportunity around you, seeing what is right before you, and putting your energy and your love and your intention behind that. Because you don't know if that's going to be a stepping stone to exactly where you need to be in order to get where you want to go. More food for thought for this week. So I wouldn't worry about things not seeming to go the way you want them to go. Look at what's right in front of you and move from that space. And just to confirm that, I always pull a goddess card for the week to show to give us an idea of who is guiding our lessons this week, of who is guiding our actions. And we drew Diana from the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck. Look, I got that. It took me like 2 months to get the name of that down right. Diana stands for focused intention. And her message is, keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on the target, and you will make your mark. So again, this isn't about waiting around for divine inspiration and divine intervention to come. That's not what surrender to the flow means. Surrender to the flow means be discerning. about what you know is working, what you know is bringing you good feelings, joy, passion right now, in this very moment. How is that manifesting? And putting weight and decision and intention and love behind that and going for that. Now, that's all I have for this week, other than to note that after that big full moon this past weekend, we have a lot of supportive energy coming through so that we can begin to find that discernment about where flow is taking us and even how to speak toward that. Now, I'd spent most of this weekend trying to contemplate, trying to figure out, plan how I wanted my little videos to go and how to plan the content around that. But when I woke up today in this new energy of this new week, it was like kind of blown out of the water, because it was like, I have so much to say. Why did I worry about that? Why did I worry about having that level of clarity when I can jump on and I can talk to you beautiful people and I can find out? And that's how I'm choosing to go with the flow this week, to surrender to the flow. It's not something that my ego is comfortable with. My ego says, plan, plan, plan. Write it all down. If you write it all down, you won't get lost. But staying in motion this week is what feels important. That's what the flow is for me this week. So where is the flow for you this week? Now, I'm not seeing anybody on yet. So, if there is anybody on and watching, let me know if you want a card. I will give a couple minutes here just to see if anybody wants to jump on and see if they want a free reading. I know the heat has also been a killer for a lot of people up in Northeast Pennsylvania this week. So my advice on that is hydrate, 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 and the shade is your friend. Up here, it's a very, very humid heat, and so it makes it very hard to breathe. And the allergies have been absolutely crazy this year. So when there's nothing else to do, take care. And it's okay to give yourself permission, especially during the summer, to go and relax. I mean, maybe you don't have to go to the picnic. Maybe you don't have to go do things outside. Maybe it's just time to sit and to settle and to let the dreams come through. Because I think as we're getting closer to the eclipses, because August is going to bring us right into that eclipse season again. We do it 2 times a year, but it's going to shake things up even more. So right now we need to get into this different flow for us. A different, more stable, more focused flow before we hit that big chaos period again. Because that chaos period doesn't have to bowl you over. All those high vibes, all these cosmic shifts, they don't have to be something you're afraid of. They don't have to be something that's going to ruin your life ever so often. I mean, every year we have, I think it's like between 2 and 6 Mercury retrogrades. And yet we survive. We go on. There isn't any reason to cause any more drama around these shifts than that. Just, oh, well, it's Mercury retrograde, okay. I know to plan a little bit more, not plan, but give myself a little bit more time and space around something. I know we're coming into eclipse season. I know I need to give myself a little bit more emotional birth, a little bit more emotional breath around what I'm working on. Not necessarily to make it more complicated, but to work through what does come up. Because what you're putting out there into the world shouldn't be complicated. It just should be genuine. It should be love. It should be your energy. That's it. All right. I don't see anybody else on right now. So if anybody does want a reading, I will do readings today. Just let me know in the comments and I'll keep track today. If anybody does pop on to this live stream comment, or to this live stream to comment that they would like a free card, and we'll do it that way. And as we're talking about being in center and coming from this beautiful place of love and energy, of presence, I do want everybody to know that I am launching my new free offer for my website, and that is the Inner Priestess Library. And it's chock full of free resources that are really going to help you stay in center and unleash that sense of inner priestess, that sense of I am so in touch with my divine self and my divine purpose and my gifts that I know how to rock this, that I know how to manifest and invoke what I want to see in the world today. Starting now, I make the decision. So that's what these free resources are all built around. And I did want to point out that if you are feeling uncentered, if you are feeling that ick of lots of emotions from us going into Cancer in this past month, there is a free meditation and a free journal prompt worksheet that is part of this library that you might find very, very useful this weekend. And I will pop the link for that into the comments so you can get that because it's all free. And in addition to free, because free is always awesome, I'm also doing a giveaway for that launch. I am giving away, actually I have it right here. I'm giving away this bottle pendant. Let's see, how can I show that better? And it comes on a leather cord there. But you can put anything you want in it. You can put gemstone chips, or you can put your favorite essential oil. You can put it right in there to have it with you to help keep your vibes where you need them to bring it spiritually, to bring that vibration that you need to fuel your good works. So I'm giving that away free for those who sign up for the Inner Priestess Library. So I'll put the link in there, and if anybody wants a free card for today, a free reading for themselves, they can go ahead and put it in the comments, even when this is a not a live stream, what's that word? Even when this is a replay. There you go. I will watch, but the free card's only good for today. But you can pop over to my website and get the Inner Priestess Library, and you can get that chance for that pendant, the Gothic pendant, the Gothic bottle pendant, at any time this month. But do it soon so you don't forget. I'll see you later in the week, loves.